You are a very hardworking student. You study seriously. You give it your time, your energy, your focus. While studying, everything makes sense. You understand the concepts. You can explain them clearly. But the moment the exam begins, your mind goes blank. Not confused, not overwhelmed, just empty. This happens to a lot of people. And it's not because they're lazy. It's not because they aren't intelligent. And it's not because they didn't study enough. It's because of how they learned. In the modern world, we are taught to learn in a specific order, understand everything deeply, then try to memorize it. But under pressure, understanding disappears, and memory never fully forms. Interestingly, centuries ago in Japan, this problem was noticed and solved. To understand how, we need to go back to the 12th century Japan. During the Kamakura period, there was a young student who wanted to learn swordsmanship. He came to a master and asked to be trained. On the very first day, the teacher gave him only one instruction: copy this stroke. No explanation, no theory, no reason. Just copy. The student copied it again and again, every single day. At first, the movement felt awkward, then familiar, then smooth. Weeks passed, then months. Very quickly, the student's stroke began to look almost identical to his teacher's. To anyone watching, it looked perfect. Yet the training never changed. Same stroke, every day, for months. No variation, no new techniques, no answers. Inside, the student grew restless. He felt bored. He felt underestimated. He felt like his intelligence was being ignored. Eventually, he asked his teacher, "If I can already copy you almost perfectly, why are we still practicing the same stroke?" The teacher looked at him and replied, "Just do it, nothing more." In old Japan, learning didn't begin with understanding. It began with memorization through repetition. Understanding was delayed on purpose. One day, the student decided that he had learned enough. He tried to improve the stroke himself. He changed the angle slightly, added speed, added force, and it failed completely. His balance broke. The movement collapsed. The stroke lost its stability. For the first time, he felt embarrassed. Not because he failed, but because he failed after thinking. So he returned to the original stroke. Same movement, every day, for months again. No shortcuts, no clever ideas, just repetition. One evening, while walking home, the student was suddenly confronted by a drunken man. Skilled enough to be dangerous, there was no time to think, no time to remember lessons, no time to choose a move. And something strange happened. The student didn't plan an action, he didn't consciously react. His body moved on its own. The stroke landed. The fight ended. Only then did he realize something shocking. He hadn't thought at all. No planning, no decision, no hesitation. That was the moment he understood why repetition came first. Later, he faced another situation. This time, the ground was slippery, unstable. He attempted the stroke, and it failed, but something was different now. He didn't blame the ground, and he didn't blame himself. Instead, he noticed why it failed. The stroke assumed a certain angle, a certain balance, a certain stability. Those conditions were gone. For the first time, understanding appeared naturally, not explained, not forced. Only after that understanding did change become possible. The next time, without planning it, without forcing it, the stroke adjusted naturally. Not because he wanted to be clever, but because the situation demanded it. This learning process has a name in Japan: Shu-ha-ri. Shu, copy exactly. Build memory. No thinking. Understand why it works by seeing where it fails. Change naturally, only when required. In old Japan, students memorized first and understood later. In the modern world, we reverse this order. Now bring this into modern studying. When you practice the same problem types repeatedly, using the same steps without jumping to shortcuts, you build memory first. You stop searching for answers. You start recognizing structures. Then on the exam day, your hands begin writing automatically. And when something feels wrong, you instantly know where the problem is and how to adjust. Not because you panicked less, but because your mind wasn't needed to begin with. You don't forget because you're bad at studying. You forget because you reversed the learning order. The Japanese didn't learn faster. They learned memory first, understanding later. And that makes all the difference.